From Melissa. As Christians, is it truly right to exercise our Second Amendment rights against a tyrannical government? Recently, I've heard an increasing number of pastors preach on submitting to all authorities from 1 Peter 2:13. They teach a message that it's always wrong to rebel against the government or other institutions. I've also heard this used to argue that the American Revolution was unchristian. This seems completely wrong to me, but I'm struggling to demonstrate why their interpretation of this verse is incorrect. Any thoughts or insight would be deeply appreciated. Okay, this is a really complicated subject that I will deal with as best I can because I've thought about it a lot. One of the things you will notice about the Bible and about Christendom is that the Bible, for instance, never says that slavery is wrong. And yet, it's always Christians who have gotten rid of slavery. It's all, every civil rights person, every abolitionist was a devoted Christian. The Bible has many things to say against homosexuality. And yet if you made a map of places where homosexuals are treated with respect and equality, and you made a map of Christendom, they'd be almost the same map. It is Christianity that has given dignity and inclusiveness to gay people, even while many Christians still say homosexuality is a sin. How is that possible? Why does it mean? The answer lies in when you look at Jesus and the way Jesus deals with issues of the day. A woman is brought to him who's committed adultery and is going to be stoned. That's wrong. It's wrong to stone somebody. It's wrong to throw rocks at somebody until they're dead, certainly for adultery, but in any case. Jesus doesn't say that. He doesn't say, get rid of this standard, get rid of this law. He doesn't say, I overturn this law, I am the Lord, I now hereby overturn the law. He says, okay, stone her, but let him who is without sin cast the first stone, which makes it impossible for anybody to carry out the law because none of us is without sin. He does this again and again. Don't break the Sabbath, that's the law. And yet he breaks the Sabbath to do good. And he says, the Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. He does this over and over again. He takes the institution that is there and he infuses it with love and humanity. And some institutions, when they are infused with love and humanity, are destroyed. Slavery, I think, would be a good example of that. That's not the way we did it. We did not get rid of slavery by infusing it with love and humanity. We got rid of slavery by staging a war which killed between 600,000 and 700,000 Americans. Which would have been better? Which would have been the better way? If we could have handled it, in a Christian way, that would have been the right way. If we could have said, okay, what the Bible says about, what the New Testament says about slavery is, okay, you hold slaves, but remember, when you go before God, he's not going to judge you as slave and master. He's going to judge you as human and human. That changes things. It's very hard to hold a slave when you know that you're going to stand before your Lord and he's going to say, excuse me, but he's not a slave to me. He was just a slave to you. That changes everything. So our institutions should be changed by infusing them with love. That's the way I feel we should treat gay people, no matter how you feel about homosexuality. That is the way I feel we should treat as many people as we are capable of doing. There's always a tension in the world between the Christian world we know is coming, in which people won't be given in marriage, in which there won't be slave and master, in which everybody will be equal in the eye of God. That world is coming, but it has not come. In this world, in this flawed, sinful world, sometimes we have to do the only thing there is to do. I cannot love my neighbor if he's attacking my wife. I have to fight him. I have to. That's what I have to do. And so when you pick up a gun against your government, you better be damn well sure that that's the only way you can do it, because you cannot stand by while the government enslaves, while it destroys, while it kills innocent people. You can't stand by. You have to fight back. And so in this world that is not yet the world to come, we sometimes have to do what is wrong to get what is right accomplished. That's just the fact. And so you have to know that and behave in the tension of the eschatological world, the world that will come at the end, and the world that we're in. And there's no science to doing that. You have to play it as you see it, and that's the answer. Everything that Jesus teaches us is about the world that he's from, not the world that we're in. And sometimes, as Paul repeatedly points out, sometimes we have to live in this world as it is.